All right, so listen, let me just put this out there. We have our plates full, we have so many things that we have to do, and to make matters worse, we want to take care of our families, right? That's just our reality. So, what is it that you're going to do right now? Are you going to sit and just do nothing? Or are you gonna find what type of skills you have that you can use right now to actually earn money online? If this is something you think you can do, I want you to think about these 5 ways that you can actually earn money online.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless. A sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it.
Guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Sanya, and you are tuned into Freelance Glance with Sam. Listen, over here we talk about all things freelancing, motherhood, marriage, and listen, we are just absolutely great managers. I don't know about you, but I know we are. If you're interested or if you're new, welcome because I'm about to break it down. Here are 5 jobs that you can do from the comforts of your home as a stay-at-home mom in 2022. So the first job that I would do if I was starting over as a freelancer is this data entry. Now, data entry, it sounds probably basic, right? Let's start with the basic because we need to build our skills, right? If you can find probably an entry level job, yes, it might not start off with a high payout, but you can start off with that and build your time if it is that you're going on Upwork or Fiverr so that people can see that okay, somebody bought this from this person, so they see that one review or that 10 or that 5 or that whatever amount on Fiverr, or if it's on Upwork they see that you have a good amount of hours or they see that you have projects going on in your Upwork profile. So you want to start off with probably simple as data entry. So if you can find a job that is very basic, probably you creating a spreadsheet of all of the companies in Chicago that needs credit repair or something like that, that is something basic that you can start off with. And you can over time build. Listen, Rome was not built in a day, so no, you don't need to just go off the bat to say, I need this to pay me this amount. Start off basic, build yourself because that's what you want, and build yourself so that when you go, you can showcase your expertise and you are adding value to your client. So that's the angle that I want you to think about when you start off with this, because this is what I started off with, and then eventually I started to see that there were openings in that particular company and I could move up into that company. So if you can get your foot in, sis, guess what? You can do anything. Okay? Okay. And then number 2 is research. I branched out as a researcher. So what does a researcher do? So you're basically finding out information for your client. It can be anything, and I mean anything, right? They probably want some pictures of cakes, or they want information on how to start a business, or they want information on SEO. It can be anything that they want you to find out so that they can gather all of that information to help them to do a particular task. So you'll see from time to time that people are always hiring researchers because guess what? Data is king. And if you can figure out how you can find those information, guess what? Google is your best friend. Quora is your best friend. YouTube University, that is your best friend. So you use that to help you because guess what? Most of these clients don't have the time and they want you to go ahead and do this. So this is another job that you can actually do is becoming a customer service representative. Now, Let me tell you a little bit of my story of how I became a customer service representative because I've been around the block. Now, of course, a little old Jamaican girl like me, we have a different type of language. Even though we speak English, you don't know so talk patois, right? That is my language. But guess what? I knew that when I was coming onto these platforms that I needed to know exactly how to speak, right? I was coming into a different culture, into a different environment. I was online, so I needed to make sure that I stand out whenever I was in that company. When I'm in the meetings, I made sure that my Jamaican accent did not come out. If I was talking on the phone, it did not come out. But they are always curious to say, how do you speak? We want to hear you speak some Jamaican. So it's always funny to hear them ask me, how do you speak Jamaican? We want to learn it. And it's always funny because, listen, sometimes they just butcher the language, but that's another story. But when I decided to come into freelancing, of course, most of these companies, they wanted me to speak a certain way. Not to say that not um, they were not willing to take me with how I spoke, but they wanted to make sure that when I communicated to their customers, it was clearly understood. So I'll give you an example of how I actually spoke to a client. They didn't even know that I was a Jamaican. So I'm going to give you a Valley Girl accent. Okay? That's what one of my boss told me. How do you go in that Valley Girl accent? So I'm on the phone. I'm going to talk to a client and see. Hi there. This is Sania calling from GMJ Credit Solutions. How are you doing today? Yes, thank you so much for calling. Is this Jane? Yes, I'm so happy that you called. Yes, I did leave a message with you. I wanted to just reach out to you to make sure that all of your queries were covered and that your insurance policy is covered. Let me know if you have any questions. You can always reach out to us at 12345 6789. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me and I will get back to you. All right? Great. Thank you so much for calling. You do have a great one. You take care and scene. Yes, yes. You should be able to adapt, right? Just so that you can fill that need that the client has. Most of the time, the reality is that they're looking for persons to outsource. Now, if you can fit this model really well, then this means you can climb because you are one creating a solution to the problem that they have, which probably it's a case that they need someone to cover the front end of their business to offer great customer service. And the fact that you're able to communicate well with the client, you're able to get all of the information from the client, and you're also able to receive information to help the company, that actually helps you. This actually helped me to branch out into other areas because they said I was so good. They wanted me to train their staff that was actually coming from different parts of the world. So utilize the skills that you already have. I want you to think about the skills that you have. Utilize the skills that you already have to help you. Most of the time, we speak so well that in itself could be a job that you're offering to your customers, to your clients. So figure out what is a skill that you have that you can use to help you when you are solving that problem for that client. And of course, you could also use your voice to be a voiceover artist. That is number four. Now, number four is something that I've done. I've used my voice wherever I go. They always say, I like your voice. Even if I'm speaking in my language, they will love it. Yeah, I know. I just butchered the African accent. I know. But guess what? People like the different diversity that you have. So don't be afraid to show up as your authentic self. and use the skills that you have. I cannot stress that enough. Use what you have in your hands to help you to actually land these jobs. All right. So the next one that I have done time and time again is being a virtual assistant. The virtual assistant is a wide, broad title. The virtual assistant could be that I'm still doing data entry, but I'm doing other tasks as well. I'm answering the phone. I'm doing chat support. I'm doing emails. I'm corresponding with the client. I am corresponding with a project manager, or I'm connecting with the clients from the company. Or so there's so many different things that you could do. The virtual assistant could also mean that you are overseeing a particular project that your clients have. It's just that the title, it might differ. So you just have to figure out what it is that they have listed out as their task duty so that you can know what type of virtual assistant you are applying for. So virtual assistant is actually a good way that you can utilize your skills to actually earn money online. And the good thing is, these jobs that I'm talking about, they can pay daily, they can pay weekly, they can pay fortnightly or monthly, depending on what the client's payment setup system is like. Most likely, they'll either pay daily or they will pay weekly. All right, so I hope you enjoy that. Now, if you want me to break that down a little bit more, comment below and let me know if you want more of that. And then don't forget to like the video because you'll help me to grow. And if you like it, go ahead and share it with somebody because you never know who needs this opportunity that they didn't even know existed, right? So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and then look forward for the next video because guess what? Over here, we keep growing and growing. So your online bestie is tapping out. See you soon.